competition.
Kirkland Lang is back. For years people have been saying to me I'm the greatest thing since Sugar Ray Leonard. Everywhere I go I get it.
The year is 1982. Roberto Durán has gone from being the most feared man in boxing since Sonny Liston to a downtrodden, disrespected fighter plagued with words like coward, weasel, and phony.
I could not be more stunned than seeing Roberto Durán quit.
After putting over a decade of work into the lightweight division and achieving greatness with a monumental win over the undefeated Sugar Ray Leonard in the welterweight division, Durán has only had 2 wins in his last 4 fights.
Benitez, virtually without question, is the winner of the fight.
So for Robert to regain favor with the people, Durán needs to show said people why he's great. And his final hope for that is an impressive performance against the unpredictable and underestimated Kirkland Lang. A scary Briton with a heart of gold and a style that favored no competition. Does Kirkland have what it takes to kick the delusion dog while he's down? Or will this once rabid beast return to his Cujo ways and sink his teeth back into the upper echelon of boxing again? Let's get into it. Durán was always scary, from his almost 75-fight-long streak at lightweight, where he carved a name for himself as potentially the best fighter in its division of all time, to his newfound assault on the welterweight division. Everyone feared the Panamanian.
This guy was giving Durán a tough fight, so at the 14th round, Durán knocked him out, and then everybody's sad. And so what Durán said when they said, Durán, what do you feel? He's in a coma, the possibility he may not live. And then Durán said, next time I be in shape. He won't go to the hospital, he goes to the fucking morgue.
With a slight spritz of English curses to break up his Spanish venom during press conferences and his relentless pressure fighting style between the 4 ropes, it felt like, as the opposition. Just 2 fights later, Durán lost again to the former champion and honorary 5th king of the 4 rings, Wilfred Benitez, in a stunning display that was even more conclusive than the first 6 rounds of the infamous No Mas fight. But now he was looking to rebuild with a victory against a tough-as-nails opponent that was near impossible to look good against no matter how well you fought. The gifted one, Kirkland Lang.
We might have been a bit surprised how quickly that fight finished, were you?
Certainly not.
Kirkland Lang was an anomaly in his time in boxing, with next to no defense, but a strong, swarming style that could cause problems for all. No one lined up to fight him.
He's got him to the right again.
However, when progressing through British boxing, Lang eventually made it to the British world title level, where he fought and got knocked out by the future world title challenger Colin Jones.
You both came together a year later, almost exactly a year later. Did you think that it was going to all be the same again at this point?
No, impossible. I thought there's no way this man can beat me again.
There it was. Oh.
And after soon losing another fight to the lesser-known Reggie Ford, it seemed like the gifted one was running out of magic. But now was his chance to redeem his misfortune and past mistakes with his most incredible fight yet, a shot against the once dominant champion Roberto Durán in a 10-round war. It was up to him to either capture the greatness he'd been offered or finally say goodbye to his last chance at being a remembered name in the boxing history books. As the referee brings the 2 together and recounts the rules, the men touch gloves and the bell rings.
Gives the signal, there's the first bell, and we're underway, round 1. He reached out to tap gloves with Lang. I've never seen him do that in a fight. Left of the body by Lang. Lang continues to spin away, throws out a left hand. This is a little bit of elusive. Lang with the left-right combination, and that right hand cracked on Durán's face. Left hook by Durán, and that caught Lang on the right side of the face.
Kirkland's open stance and jittery style seemed to be a purposeful game plan in an attempt to tire out the Panamanian devil. While he seems fresher than he did against Wilfred Benitez, his power punches do little effect against Lang.
As Lang spun out of the way, we're halfway through round 2. Right hand by Durán. Durán with a right, and Lang comes back with a countering right hand. Mickey's out saying, this is not England, you can't run, you got to throw punches. Durán with a right hand, Lang with a right uppercut. Excellent remark, and Lang muscles Durán onto the rope. And good left hook by Lang, and he is landing what he's throwing, Sal. Lang did some running in the first 2 rounds, but he's been mixing it up with Durán and not doing too badly either. So we're in the 4th now. Lang in the green takes a right hand from Durán. And it seems like Lang is gaining more confidence as we go on.
And what we're not seeing is combination punching from Durán. Good right hand by Kirkland Lang.
A lead right, and that tagged Durán on the chin. Durán with a left hook from the blind side.
Kirkland Lang isn't running now.
They trade right hands, and now we got ourselves a brawl. The Street Fighter from Panama is being tagged by the unknown from Great Britain. Now we're back to round 5. A right hand by Durán, and he catches Lang. There. Left hand by Lang, and Durán was driven sideways. Right hand by Lang. Durán had him cornered. Lang shoots a right hand and gets out of the corner.
You belong in the ring with this fella.
Hard jab there by Lang. Yet another one. Dazzled Kirkland Lang has to be wary of Durán's power. And he connects again with 2 jabs on Durán's face. Durán can certainly fight, but speed is beating him. And Lang scores again with a right hand.
And when Lang doubles up with the jab, he's so effective.
We're in round 5. Right hand by Lang. A lead right hand caught Durán on the face. Final seconds, round 5. We're halfway through the scheduled 10-rounder. And Durán's comeback looms large.
Well, Durán has not gotten inside very much, and when he is there, now we see him there. In fact, I've given the last 3 rounds to Kirkland Lang.
And of course, this is little resemblance to the Roberto Durán who won the welterweight championship in 1980 in Montreal when he beat Sugar Ray Leonard.
The corner told him to punch to the body. Good right by Lang.
Right hand by Durán, a left hook by Lang.
And Durán is there to be hit with that jab, but there's a good right hand by Durán.
A right hand by Lang. Lang with a left hand. There's a triple jab by Lang. You're watching.
Round 7 sees Lang at his best, and despite the punching stats for the 2 fighters being neck and neck, it's clear Lang is doing the better work. Durán's usual spring in his step is nowhere to be seen, and Lang's southpaw style and snappy left jab continuously catch Roberto unawares.
A right hand by Lang, and that caught Durán flush on the jaw.
The last round I gave him by the barest of margin. Oh, big uppercut by Lang. But now Durán has stopped. For the remainder of this round, if I was Kirkland Lang, I'd try and box Durán. I would not stand inside with him, which he was doing before. Durán looked much like this, although he came back to win that fight.
For round 8, it's scheduled for 10. Durán with a thunderous right hand. He caught Lang.
One of the big problems is the timing for Durán. His timing is just so far off.
A left hand by Lang. And here in round 8, Lang has not moved back a step. Lang takes the left hand from Durán. And Durán continues to try and take him out with a punch. He just caught Lang with a right hand. He's trying. Durán's trying to take him out. But Lang is smothering him. Lang pushes him off. Roberto Durán take a right hand from Kirkland Lang as we begin round 9. Right hand by Lang.
What effect will Durán's reputation have on the judges here? That's a good question.
Durán takes a right hand as he pushes forward.
By Durán, the man he's fighting is a good welterweight and a pretty good junior middleweight.
Kirkland Lang shoots a right hand and catches Durán on the head. Right hand by Durán. That used to be the electricity. Right hand by Lang. 10th and final round in Detroit. Roberto Durán and Kirkland Lang looking to take him out. The welts underneath the eye of Durán, his left eye.
Double up and triple up on that jab. Good straight right hand.
And he's being outpunched here by a quicker man. A right hand by Lang. Not a good performance by the 2-time world champion. And Lang takes a big right hand from Durán.
No firepower at all in those punches Durán's throwing. And there's a big right by Kirkland Lang.
Grappling here. Takes a right hand from Lang. And Durán's knees buckled just a few moments ago. He's pushing forward, not throwing any punches. Durán with one big right hand right there, and Lang didn't even move.
Durán seems defeated in spirit, just as he did against Benitez and Leonard in their rematch. And despite the fight resulting in a split decision, it's clear there can only be one real victor of the night.
96 Lang, 94 Durán, the winner by a split decision, Kirkland Lang.
As the judges' results are displayed, with all scorecards being 94-96, 2 of the main men with the pen and paper give the bout to Kirkland, while the other gives it to Roberto. And Lang has climactically achieved the most illustrious feat of his career. And while eyes were now locked on Lang and excited to see what he could do in the future, Both fighters' road ahead looked unpredictable and destined for a sticky end. Durán would infamously bounce back professionally, and having multiple historic nights in the ring that would be forever remembered, such as his grueling and impressive 15-round performance against Marvin Hagler, his spectacular showing against Davey Moore, and his great battle with Iran Barkley.
With that,
Durán eventually won back the respect of boxing fans after his disgraced showing against Ray Leonard in their second bout, and has since become one of the most decorated, celebrated, and unreplicated fighters of all time. Despite being on a feverish high after beating Roberto Durán, Kirkland Lang's tale faltered like many close to Kirkland sadly expected. His unpredictableness as a human being gave him an edge in the ring, but unfortunately made things more challenging outside of it, getting himself caught up with a partying lifestyle and struggling to motivate himself to train for fights.
He's got him, and that might be the end, not only of the fight, but of Kirkland Lang's career.
Lang went from one to watch out for to one needing posters in his local neighborhood to be found by his loved ones, falling victim to homelessness.
No one I speak to has a bad word to say about you. What they say is he's too generous. Yeah, I'm all right, man. But people take softness for weakness, don't they? Yeah, they do take softness for weakness.
But while his career and achievements fell into obscurity, the end of his life seemed to be a cozy fortitude of solace for the man, as he lived out his days in a retirement home before passing in 2021. He was a troubled man, yet a loved one, with all who knew him remarking his likability and genuinely good-hearted nature. And for that alone, outside of his incredible win against Roberto Durán, we hope this uncrowned champ forever rests in power.